Hello my friends, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, but hey, things happen. I'm back. We're gonna have a great video today. So, this is going to be definitely an interesting and different sort of video. It's still a crafting video, but it's for an interesting purpose. So a few days ago, I bought this hat. This was definitely a spur of the moment purchase. It was very odd for me to purchase something like this. I don't normally wear hats, but we tried it on. Me and my wife were shopping and we went through the mall and we just saw it and tried it on and oh my goodness, it looked good. So anyway, what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna turn this hat into a wild looking steampunk hat for my festival that my band is gonna be playing here on the weekend. So I'm hoping to have this done before then. It's gonna look really, really cool. So let's get started, see what we can do. Okay friends, to start off with, here I have a bunch of resin gears that I made with a mold. I've got this pipe that was 3D printed and I bought these glasses when I bought the hat. So I'm gonna load them all up onto just a pizza box because I'm gonna take them outside and I'm gonna paint these up. I'm just gonna prime them so that the rest of the paint that's gonna go on here is obviously gonna stick better. It's going to be a lot easier for the paint to stay. It's going to look nicer. That's just how it goes when you have the resin. If you just try to paint it, or at least in my experience, if you just try to paint it, it doesn't really paint up all that well. So that's why I prime these things first. So I'm just going to hit it with a spray can. You know, just some reddish colored primer. Just go to town with it like that, and that's pretty much what's going to happen with the priming. All right, so I mixed up some color here. This is a custom color. So I used a white, a gray, pardon me, a white, a black, and I used a silver metallic paint. I mixed those all together, found a ratio that I really liked, and then just went and I started painting all the gears, the keys, the bolts, you know, everything. This really turned out good. This looks so amazing. Check that out. What a perfect color it is. Hey everybody, if you're enjoying this video, please do me a favor. Hit the like and subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Let's go back to the video. So after I got all those painted up, I put them aside to dry. And then my wife had a whole bunch of just gears here, metal gears, that she used for various projects. So I grabbed a whole bunch of these and I just started hot gluing them together in a random pattern, you know, on top of each other to get a little bit of depth as well. And as most of you may know, hot glue and metal really doesn't stick well together. So what I did is I grabbed my Mod Podging black paint and I put a really healthy coat of that on there just so that it would help it stick together and not come apart. So after I did that, I started grabbing all the painted gears that I had, and my wife had this really amazing copper colored paint. So all I did was I used it on my fingers and I just lightly rubbed it. You know, for the most part I got most of coverage on the gears, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't get all of the coverage. I wanted a little bit of the gray showing through because I actually really did a lot of work with these gears. I really built them up. Quite a few different things that I did here, but that's what it looks like. The color was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It just popped. Even at this stage, just rubbing this on the gears, it was pretty cool. So after I got all of that done, look at that. Man, just if I left it like this, just like this, it would have been really cool to begin with. Because that copper metallic color just pops, I tell you. So anyway, I knew I needed to do more. I wanted to do more. So I started off, I black washed now all of this. You can see me kind of pausing here. I was a little bit, oh, I don't know, is this going to work out for me? You know, I don't know why you sometimes second guess a black wash, but no, it turned out great. It kind of dirtied up all the pipes and oh man, it looked good already. So I had to put that aside wanted it to dry, and so I thought I'd work on the feather design. So I grabbed a bunch of feathers here, different colors. I don't know, whatever spoke to me really is what I grabbed here. And so on this one here, I don't know if you can see in the video too well, but the top parts of those feathers, they look kind of black. Well, they're not black, they're like a really deep metallic purple. And that's what I wanted to show. I did not want the pink as much, but I wanted that really dark metallic purple to show. So anyway, that's why I grabbed that style of feather first as a background, as you could say. And then I just kind of built it up with a couple of different colors here over top of the pink, because I wanted to hide the pink, like I said. And then to have this blue feather just pop. So the purple and the blue, it just really popped really cool. So then I took one of the cogs, and I knew I wanted to put something on the base of those feathers. So I grabbed one of these cogs, and I just took some of this patina wax. Now this art wax is amazing. Like, you hardly need any of it, and it goes such a long way, but it looks really good. So I put a patina layer on top of this cog, just had a little bit of this blue color, made it pop. I was really happy with it. Check that out. Looks amazing. So I took that, hot glued it to the bottom of the feathers, kind of as a base, and I was really happy with it. But I gotta be honest, I wasn't 100% happy with it. It just looked like it wasn't done. For some reason, I wanted more on that. See, that looks really cool as it is, but I think I wanted more. So I grabbed a purple flower bead. My wife's got a whole ton of these things, so I usually raid her stuff whenever I need stuff like this. But anyway, so I grabbed this purple bead, and it looked better, but it still wasn't where I wanted it to be. So then I grabbed this crystal, white crystal bead here to pop in the center of it, and then I was happy with it. Then it looked done to me. It looked ready to go, and man, I was really happy with it. Check this out. Oh, that looks so good. Awesome. So anyway, I'm gonna put that away to the side, and then I'm gonna go back to the gears. Now all these gears and cogs and the pipes, I grabbed that green patina wax again, and I just started hitting up all the raised parts, and it turned out really well. And then for this piping here, I wanted to do more on the piping than the cogs. So I grabbed my rust-colored wash, it's oil wash, and I went around all the flanges, the corners of the pipes, a little bit of the bolts, and my goodness, this thing just popped. I was so happy with the way that turned out. So after that was all ready to go, put away, and then I started cutting up just some printed off tarot cards. And this here, I originally wanted to do playing cards, and then I kind of switched it up and decided to use some tarot cards just for a little bit of an interesting, kind of different look. So just cut the paper out. All I did then was I grabbed some cereal box, and I just simply Mod Podged the paper to the cereal box. This was actually pretty easy. I wanted something a little bit thicker than just the plain paper, because it wouldn't look right on the hat if you didn't have a card thickness, I guess you could say. So anyway, just laid it on top of the glue there. I also grabbed a little bit of Mod Podge, put it on top, and then just basically painted a Mod Podge on there. So that's going to give it a clear coat, a hard coat. Cut them all out, glued them together, and that's what they looked like. They looked pretty good. They turned out really well. So then after all these things were done, I started moving on to putting the hat together. Now, again, this was the most difficult part of this whole project. This whole project was exciting, but placing the items on had to be done carefully and in the right areas. So as you can see, I had the feather on, I had the 3 little skulls right in the middle of the hat, and here I am gluing on the tarot cards, making sure that those feathers are going to be over top of them. I wanted to little bit of the hiding of the cards with the feathers. And then I just went to work and just put on a whole bunch of stuff, guys. So this is the hat. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, so here's the final product, all done. The hat turned out amazing. Guys, take a look at this. We've got so much going on here. This took a little bit of time, actually. The most time that this took was trying to get everything where I wanted it to be. This was not something that I wanted to just throw together, because if something didn't look right, the hat was going to be ruined. But I'm really happy with the way this turned out. So here we've got a whole bunch of resin gears. I bought a resin mold. There's resin gears, there's like nuts and bolts. The glasses were bought. Those are really cool glasses. Just some skulls that I had bought a long time ago. We got some chain, some beading, and this was actually really fun to make, this feather and ornament here. Just put a whole bunch of things together, as you saw during the video. This turned out really good. I'm really happy I put the feather on there. It looks so cool. And then of course I got some tarot card and this pipe. Like, this pipe was cool. This is 3D printed. This was so fun to put together and to paint up. Man, this was just a fun project. And this turned out so cool. So this is what I'm going to be wearing this coming up weekend here. Our band is going to be playing a festival, and this is what I'm going to be wearing. This is going to be really cool. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Our next video, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a hat case for this. In the same style, steampunk hat case. Make sure you tune in for that one. See you guys.